Is Aaron Rodgers, should we question his leadership? Is he a true leader after calling out his wide receivers? Wide receivers reportedly aren't happy, the young guys on the team. I'm not going to question that he's a bad leader because Aaron Rodgers is easily a top 2 quarterback in this league, easily a top 10 player in this league, and many people's eyes a top 5 player.
Right.
I'm going to say top 10 player just because of injury last year. And there's other guys at different positions,
right.
and I still feel Tom Brady's the GOAT at number 1. But besides the point of that, is as a leader, as let's say, Sean, you're the number 1 guy on this show, and we have interns, and we have other hosts who have less experience than you. You don't go to the media. You don't call them out in front of other people. You kind of take them to the side. Hey, coach them. That's what leaders do. Leaders coach. Yeah, tough love, stuff like that. But you don't go out there and embarrass them. You don't create stories. Because we're not talking about in the media right now how the Packers are getting better, what they're going to do defensively with their draft picks, and are they going to stay healthy on defense, how Clay Thompson is Clay Matthews is going to play, how Alexander's going to fit in being that first-round draft pick, how some of these guys are going to mesh on their defense, if they can play consistently, offensively, talking about Adams and other weapons with the arsenal with Aaron Rodgers being back. Instead of us talking about that, we're talking about problems in the locker room. And this isn't the first time.
Yeah.
Remember, he had McCarthy problems too. Allegedly, him and McCarthy weren't getting along. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is a big problem. What I'm saying is, if Aaron Rodgers is on that level of elite leadership,
right.
he needs to quiet some of these situations down because it seems like there's a lot of drama.
Right.
He needs to humble himself, get himself ready for the regular season. And a lot of this, to me, Sean, honestly, is the pressure and lack of confidence they have in winning their division.
Really?
Yeah, the NFC North is tough.
It's tough.
Chicago got better. Not saying they're better than Chicago, but Chicago's better. They're going to be able to run the football this year.
Yeah.
They have a young defense.
Yeah.
Trubisky, he should develop. I think he's a decent quarterback.
I don't think he'd be a threat, but I agree with you, though.
Detroit,
Yeah.
with Matthew Stafford, they're always a threat.
Always, yeah.
We'll see what they do. And then the Monsters in Minnesota, who I have winning the division. Aaron Rodgers is looking over saying, wow, they got weapons.
Yeah.
They have a top 5 defense, probably a top 3 defense. Can we stop them? I got hurt last year against them. He's looking at his team like, oh, we're young.
Yeah.
Are they going to have a consistent running game? A lot of questions that need to be answered.
Right. So your question is he a leader? Is he a proven leader, right?
Is he a great leader?
Is he a great? Well, I feel like, the best players the best players in the teams, they don't always have to be the best leaders. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go with an example like Kobe Bryant. I know I always talk about my favorite athlete, Kobe, but Kobe, he didn't have the best relationships with his teammates in the past, but he led by example. Again, I remember it was a practice back in the 2010 season when they won the championship. He's hitting Sasha Vujicic, with his elbow in his stomach and stuff. But he's also, name calling him stuff. But he also flinched at the head coach, Phil Jackson, like, hey, I got him. You know what I mean? So basically, I think Aaron Rodgers, I think he is a good leader. I think, back in 2016 when they started off 4-6, the first 10 games, he said to one of the people that were interviewing him, he was like, hey, we're going to run the table. So that shows confidence in himself and it shows confidence in the team.
What year was that?
He's 2010. Excuse me. 2016. They went on a 10-game winning streak.
Exactly, 2016. What I'm saying is this, Sean.
Yeah.
Last year, let's not forget.
Yeah.
In the 7 games that Aaron Rodgers played, 4-3. I'm just saying.
I understand that.
16 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's not top 5
But
Aaron Rodgers, top 10 Aaron
think,
Rodgers.
You have to think though, Jansen. These are a lot of the pretty much the same players from 2016. I mean, of course, they draft players. They release players like Jordy Nelson was going, and he had a great friendship with Jordy Nelson. So, I mean, I think he's a proven leader because, like I said, with the whole example of him saying we're going to run a table, and they went on a 12-game winning streak. They got hot. He took a loss against the Atlanta Falcons. Who went to the Super Bowl in that NFC Championship game. I think he's a proven leader. I'm not saying he's the best leader, but